Dimebag Darrell was a guitar legend who left an indelible mark on the world of heavy metal. Co-founding the legendary band Pantera, Darrell's innovative riffs and electrifying performances catapulted him to global fame. With albums like Cowboys from Hell and Vulgar Display of Power, Pantera redefined metal in the 90s. After Pantera's disbandment, Darrell and his brother Vinnie Paul formed Damageplan, continuing to push musical boundaries. Tragically, his life was cut short on December 8, 2004, during a performance in Columbus, Ohio. So join us as we celebrate the life and legacy of the one, the only, Dimebag Darrell. Today on Death in Entertainment.
Live from Los Angeles.
911, what is your emergency?
Here in Hollywood now.
2 counts of murder,
Injury and death.
Oh my God!
Shocking new details
that has stunned the entertainment world.
This makes me a little nervous.
The hair stood up on my arms.
Just like in the movies.
What do you call this thing anyway?
Death
in Entertainment.
Greetings, Deado Universe.
Hello.
How are you, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Death and Entertainment. My name is Kyle Plouffe.
And I'm Alejandro Dowling.
And the man to my right, oh my God, I became a dad this week, but he became a daddy this week.
Oh.
Mr. Ben Kissel.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me, and congratulations on your beautiful boy, Kyle. He is adorable, and you know what? You kept him alive this long. What's another 18 years?
Hey, nothing.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
I'll get excited.
Babyface Kissel here. He has a show coming to YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
Ben Kissel channel. It launches next week. I cannot wait. I am so blessed to have such great listeners, and I'm super excited to introduce you to my new co-host, who you guys will meet maybe later on this week. Maybe I'll put a little post on my Instagram. But yes, I cannot wait to start this new adventure with y'all. And I can't wait to have you guys on as well, and perhaps even that baby of yours.
Yeah!
Looking forward to it.
Yes, that's exciting. Very exciting. And also very exciting, this episode about Dimebag Darrell.
Ooh, this is one I've been wanting to talk about for so long.
Yeah, let's get into it. All right, Dimebag Darrell. That wasn't his real name, okay?
Oh, he wasn't Dimebag at birth?
Yeah.
How long did you take? How long was it before your gal was like, no, we're not naming our baby Dimebag or anything drug-related? You went with a beautiful name.
I'm still fighting for it. We didn't get the birth certificate yet, so I can still do it.
Good.
I thought it was like Revenge of the Sith at the end where Natalie Portman is like, Luke, Leia. His mom was just like, Dimebag.
Well, Mr. Dimebag Darrell was born Darrell Lance Abbott on August 20th, 1966 in Ennis, Texas. Ennis, the famous name of Bill Cosby's son that was murdered out here in Los Angeles.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking Garth Ennis. But
we get a little bit darker around here.
Yeah.
And Abbott of the famous comedy duo Abbott and Costello.
That's right. We're making no relation. He was a renowned American guitarist, best known for his work with heavy metal bands Pantera and Damageplan. Mm-hmm. But about his early life. He was actually born into a musical family, which is crazy because he is unlike his father, Jerry Abbott. He was a country music producer and musician.
Really?
Yes.
So he followed in his dad's footsteps, but not in the same genre.
Yes.
Right.
His dad was born in Abilene, Texas, April 8th, 1942. He began playing piano at age 8 and took up the guitar at 15 years old. So his dad has been playing music for as long as he can remember.
Right.
He ended up becoming a sound engineer at a local recording studio and then ended up getting married to Norma Carolyn Atkinson in 1962. They divorced in 79, but before that, they had 2 sons, Vincent Paul and Darrell Lance.
Vincent Paul sounds like he's going to be a rocker.
Yeah,
that name is a rocker's name.
Perhaps even in the same band.
Maybe.
Yeah. So they knew they wanted to play music growing up, and Dimebag Darrell was like 14 years old when he won like this local guitar championship competition.
Nice.
We have a clip
I read somewhere about you being banned from every guitar contest.
It's like this, man. Started off about the age of 14, half 15, around there. They had hottest guitar player in Texas type thing. They had the big commercial with Q102, hottest guitar. But what the deal was, it said record 2 minutes of your hottest playing, take them to this music store in Dallas, and they're gonna listen to it. I mean, it was for all of Texas and stuff. They picked like the top, I believe, 15. Then the big showdown at a popular club in Dallas, which was the Agora Ballroom. Anyway, so get up there and you play for something like 5 minutes apiece. Get up there and wail and shit, and then they pick like the top 3 dudes. First time I got up there and I wailed and I did what I could. I got picked for the top 15, went to the club, had to get my parents to get me in the club and shit because I was underage. I was the youngest dude out of everybody. I didn't think I did that well. I got picked for the top 15 and we got out there, and then I got picked for the top 3. I hammered as hard as I could. Dude, I won first place and I just could not fucking believe it. It was a Dean guitar.
Look at that.
I love it, dude. I also love his regular voice. He just sounds like such a good dude.
Yeah. He's got the afro going, skinny, kind of nerdy looking kid, but he could shred.
So his parents did support, despite it being metal. Their parents were like, I can see it. It's still music to me, damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you.
And clearly, if you can see your son excelling at playing the guitar in any genre, I'm sure it's a thrill.
Yeah.
Guitar like I play, and I just died because I always wanted one of those, and I won that. Next time they had another one, I entered. Of course, I got in, fucking won first place again, Charvel, entered again, won first place, got an ESP guitar, entered again. Next time, this is like 2 months per pop or 3 per pop.
What are you doing that people like? Just shredding?
I did a couple of licks that I'd made up on my own. If I would do like a little bit of a Edward Van Halen solo, maybe a little Eruption, Randy Rhoads or something.
Eventually, did they say you can't enter anymore?
That's what happened. I went to turn in the tape again, and they said, look, man, just be a judge, dude. You already won everything you can win. Give somebody else a shot at it or something.
Does being from Texas affect your playing? Or is there some kind of...
That's incredible.
Yeah.
He built an entire sound studio just with his winnings.
Yeah, exactly. As a 14-year-old.
That's awesome.
He's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of guitar competitions in Texas at that time. Because you know how Arnold would just win every bodybuilding competition, and eventually he's like, there's no more to win.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Similar glutes, too.
Yeah, so he was just absolutely crushing, and it's hilarious because he would play the harder rock stuff. Like you said, Randy Rhoads from Ozzy Osbourne. So
R.I.P.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be a future episode because his death was insane.
Right.
Just don't get into a plane. I believe it was a plane with a fan that was trying to impress him, and then things went horribly wrong.
Yes. Oof. Yeah, they clipped the tour bus and ended up bursting into flames.
Yikes. And R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Another of his influences.
Yeah, so these guys, you know, after a few years, the brothers, Vinnie Paul, which is Vincent Paul, and Darrell, Dimebag Darrell.
Do we know how he got the nickname? Is he being called Dimebag yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He would always have a dime bag in his pocket of weed. It's not very deep.
Sense.
You know, I didn't think about it that long and hard, but that's pretty clear.
That's back in the day when everyone was a golem when it came to their little bit of nug of weed. It could get you 50 years in prison.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, if you had the smallest amount of weed, you're like, I got some good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Found it on the side of the highway.
So, yeah, they were like, let's go. Let's get this band going. And this version of Pantera is very different from what you would expect to see with your regular Pantera.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Because our regular Pantera, it's metal, hard rock.
Right.
This is glam rock Pantera.
All right.
The original iteration. And this is such a lesson in being yourself versus trying to do what the industry is doing currently.
Yeah.
Right. You could be like me and have no other option. No other option because your brain doesn't work.
Right. Exactly. This is just absolutely hilarious to see them done. They've teased their hair.
They're perms.
Yeah. They've got some
Right.
hairspray.
It's like Twisted Sister without the makeup.
Yeah, they're all shaven, and even the one with his goatee there, he's got, you know, a very manicured look.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting fit for Dimebag. It kind of works.
Yeah.
Kinda works.
I mean, they certainly were part of the trend of the moment. That is how all the metal bands looked in those years.
I'd be scared if I saw him all 4 of them in a prison shower. I'll tell you that much. That is not going to end well.
That start like West Side Story snapping at you.
When you're going to pick up that bar of soap, boy.
Oh, my God. I'll just be dirty for a little while longer. Thank you.
Yeah, so originally they played glam metal before evolving into a more aggressive and heavier sound.
Don't take this the wrong way, Kyle, but if I'm squinting, that looks like you in a wig.
Which one?
Dimebag?
Yeah.
Got the kind of the cheeks. You got cheeks on you?
I got a little bit of
see it.
He was a good-looking dude. You should take it as a
handsome.
compliment.
Yeah.
That's a total compliment. And you sort of phrased it like it wasn't a compliment.
I know. I sort of, yeah.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I could see it.
if I had a few cheeseburgers, I could get in there.
Probably not a Patriots fan though.
No.
Shots fired. Oh, wait. I
Whoa.
shouldn't say that.
Hey!
Oh.
Foreshadowing. They go on to have incredible success. They become a pivotal band in the groove metal genre, which I didn't even know groove metal was a genre.
Is that because of the style that Dimebag had? Shredding like no one had before.
Right.
Yeah, with the wah-wah.
Using pedals and
Yeah,
a different
and the whammy bar.
Right. Yeah, the whammy. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
They achieved commercial success pretty much right away with albums like Cowboys from Hell, 1990, Vulgar Display of Power, that was like the biggest one, Far Beyond Driven in 94, and they just caught fire.
Dude, they were so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude. They were so cool.
Walk was like the song.
Yeah.
And of course, there was 5 Minutes Alone, which was about masturbation.
Nice. People always talk about the music and stuff, but I guess Dimebag was always a really funny dude. On the road, he would always love doing practical jokes on people. One time, he filled a drum tech snare drum with confetti during a show. When the drummer hit the snare, a massive explosion of confetti covered the stage,
Nice.
surprising everybody.
That was a good show move.
Yeah. Right. They should have put that into the show.
Yeah,
Hell
exactly.
Flaming lips.
And then the next time, what did he put snakes in there?
Get the snakes out of my drum. He's known for the helicopter trick. He was using the whammy bar, like we said. He would also perform a trick called the helicopter, which was where he'd swing the guitar around his entire body
Okay.
and use only the strap. So he was going nuts.
Hopefully nobody ran into that while he was doing it.
Yeah,
That's on you. You know what he's about to do.
You stay away from the helicopter.
Absolutely.
He beheads one of the roadies accidentally.
Oops. During Pantera's show, he spun his guitar too hard, flew off the strap, and landed several feet away, luckily on the stage.
Okay.
Nobody
See?
was hurt.
It can happen.
I
I'm
was
not saying-
worried.
Yeah, I know. I mean, rightfully so. You're the most annoying tour manager ever. Guys,
No helicopter tonight.
don't do it.
I told you, no helicopter tonight.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
They would disguise themselves as cops. They had this really funny gag where they would get off the tour bus and Dimebag and his brother Vinnie Paul would dress up as police officers and pull over vehicles in the parking lot.
I mean, it's a felony, but it's a prank. I think I'd rather be pulled over by Elvis.
Yeah.
Watching all the body cam videos on YouTube now,
my God.
I have learned that is quite the felony.
Yes,
It has a lot of repercussions.
That one channel is all Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, Code Blue Cam. Have you seen this, Ben?
No.
So it's the most popular of all the police body cam channels. And I started noticing a pattern. La Crosse, Stevens Point, North Fond du Lac.
What's going on in Stevens Point?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I mean, it's meth.
Well, there's meth, but it's also a lot of drunk driving.
Oh, yeah.
People
sure.
trying
Driving.
to
It's
steal.
called- in Wisconsin, it's called driving.
Right. It's just the level you're at is
Right.
the problem.
Yeah.
A lot of people trying to steal cops' guns, a lot of people running from cops, a lot of vehicles running into traffic lights. That's our state.
I would like to see two tubby Wisconsinites chasing after each other.
Oh my God. I know. The cop is out of breath, and one of them is like, hey, slow down, you little bastard.
Stevens Point, also where RoboCop is from.
Absolutely.
So maybe that's why it's such a police state over there. We
and
don't know.
Mimi Bobek from the Drew Carey Show.
Oh.
And me.
Hey.
3 is a crowd.
Yep. Well, I think the most famous one is now, what is it? Trixie Mattel. She's the most famous one.
Is that
She's a drag queen.
Oh, the
Yeah,
RuPaul.
I think she won RuPaul's drag.
Got it. That's Wisconsin.
Stevens Point.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm very proud.
I believe Stevens Point.
Yeah.
Quote.
Yeah.
No, we won't quote you.
Thank you.
Yeah. They never got arrested or shot portraying themselves as police officers, which, you know, nice.
Yeah, if you can get away with it, great. It's a great bit.
Exactly. He was known to get really drunk and, you know, make make some crazy decisions. He got a drunk tattoo once. He got a smiley face on his ass after a show backstage.
That totally checks out.
Yeah, could be worse.
Definitely.
Big Bird.
Yeah, they said that that's after a particularly wild night. So it seems like they're getting real nuts when you wake up with a smiley face tattoo on your ass.
I mean, at least you don't see it. Someone has to tell you that it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
So true. Like, that isn't going to bother Dimebag. He never sees that.
Exactly.
I heard that he would start drinking around 6 p.m. And then keep going till the next morning.
Yeah.
That was a regular occurrence?
Yes.
Yeah, they said his drinking really started affecting his health later in life. And he really got after it.
Yeah, once you turn, I'm 42 now, and once you turn that 40, it does change. The body, I don't know if it's body chemistry or what. Yeah, absolutely. Be careful out there.
Around 35, I started getting like the 2-3 day hangovers. I don't know.
Right.
It's as soon as that point hit, bang. They would have, I mean, this is shades of the station nightclub here, but Dimebag and his bandmates often engaged in firework battles both on and off stage.
What?
They would just buy a suitcase full of Roman candles, break them out, and start shooting at each other off stage and literally during shows.
Oh, thank God it didn't end like the Great White concert.
Yeah.
Oh, was that in Wisconsin too?
No, that was Rhode Island.
Oh, that was Rhode Island. Okay. Man,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Yeah, that was a huge story back in Massachusetts, and I had no idea it was like national news. Me and Alejandro talked about that, and that's kind of how this podcast started, was talking about that incident. And
Interesting.
I was so taken aback that he even knew what it was, but he said it was huge news in Wisconsin.
It was huge.
Yeah, all over.
It was so sad. It was, wow, what a nightmare.
Yeah, I think you might have thought it was Wisconsin because it could have easily happened in Wisconsin.
Oh, it just constantly burns.
Yeah.
Something burns down in Wisconsin every second.
Exactly. And the fact that, there's like a big rock metal scene there, a lot of devoted fans.
Of course.
Like,
yeah, Toto is touring right now in Madison.
oh, wow.
I'm just joking.
Shall we get tickets?
We would go if they were.
Yeah.
So this became sort of a tradition during their tours, much to the amusement and occasional horror of their crew.
God, did they ever do anything that wasn't dangerous or illegal?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Well, actually, this isn't dangerous. This is pretty harmless. Like I said, he was a prankster. So Dimebag once covered the inside of the tour bus with tinfoil, wrapping every single item, including the furniture.
That's before YouTube.
Yeah.
They were doing it for the pure fun of it.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have been David Dobrik if he had filmed it.
Damn.
Dimebag Dobrik.
Yeah. Did he do the bit where you say, hey, you got a little ketchup on your shirt, and then go, whoop, whoop?
Classic.
That's also safe and not illegal?
Yeah, exactly. When the band members returned, they found themselves in a shiny metallic wonderland.
Love it.
I can't even imagine.
It was like the last scene of Bug with Michael Shannon and what's her
Ashley
face?
Judd.
Yes, Ashley Judd.
Yeah, where he covers the hotel room in tinfoil. So
That's the last scene in a movie?
Yeah, so that the government can't get to him.
How'd it go? Did it work?
They burned down with the hotel,
Yeah.
but besides that, it worked pretty
I
well.
guess the government didn't get him.
Here's another thing that they did that could have got them killed, but they didn't. Well, actually, they had the police in on it. During a tour, Dimebag and the band arranged a fake arrest of their tour manager. They convinced a local police officer to come on their bus and arrest the manager for a fake crime.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I mean, anytime you can make your manager suffer, it's a good thing.
But also the fact that the officer is in on it.
Of course.
I don't know how legal that is, actually.
Yeah.
but
Not at all.
There was one video I just saw that's like, it went viral. There was a police officer that pulled over this black couple, and it's a white cop, and he's like,
I don't like where this is going.
he's like, you don't have a baby seat in the back. And he's like, we don't have a kid. And then he turns around and she's holding up the I'm pregnant sign. I was like, that could have devolved so quickly
so he
into
was
a violent situation.
Yeah, he was in on it.
Yeah.
Oh my, that
I
is
do not like cop pranks, man.
No,
I've done
no,
it
no.
before. I don't like it. Getting pulled over sucks.
Yeah,
I would
dude.
just be pissed.
yeah.
That's how you're gonna tell me? No can do.
because what it comes down to is that fear that the person is feeling in that second. That's real.
Of course.
So you put someone through terror, then say, "Oh, just kidding." It's still put them
Just
through
kidding.
terror.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so there was a lot going on during these tours.
Fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. To answer your question about the stage name, he originally, when they were the glam rock band, he went by Dimebag Darrell.
Oh. Oh.
Like Diamond Dallas Page.
Exactly.
DDP.
Yeah. So when they started getting into the heavier style, they switched it to Dimebag because Diamond wasn't going to work with the grunge sound that they were having.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
not even close.
You know, he's known for his aggressive playing style, innovative riffs, lightning fast solos. His use of squealing harmonics and the whammy bar was particularly distinctive.
They really are one of a kind. When you think of metal, it's just such a crisp sound that they have.
I think it's their music and then Rage Against the Machine's music. Those are just two bands that totally stand out, even without the lead singers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, in Pantera, I definitely think it's Dimebag Darrell that
It's the Abbott brothers
is
in
the
general.
star. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they go from, you know, trying to be influenced by Eddie Van Halen and, you know, more polished acts, and then here they come.
Hell yeah.
It's just really cool. Immediately hooks you, you know?
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yep, just a couple of white guys listening to Pantera.
Whoa! Yeah, it is. They even kind of kept in almost that rhythmic, you know, mainstream sound, and then it's just...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at the beginning. You can hear a little bit of Van Halen in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah. So it's like they were showing you where they were coming from and where they're going.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
We're just a few white guys sitting in a northern Wisconsin bar, banging our heads.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are the glory days. I'll have another Bloody Mary. It comes with a full turkey.
Yeah, if you ask for a shot of turkey, be careful.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I haven't thought about that in forever.
Alejandro, was Wisconsin really big with, or your friends listening to Pantera growing up, or no?
My friends?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, because you were more a Ween guy.
But
You're
my
a Ween guy. My
Yeah.
friends, it was huge. Pantera was like the band.
But my family in Chile, like my cousins, huge with them.
Really?
Yeah, Pantera.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Iron Maiden is another one.
Right.
Yeah. I remember I was in a backyard wrestling federation.
Hey,
and,
I was too.
The BLWF, the Barely Legal Wrestling Fed. And
You did it naked, or?
yeah.
Kyle Plouffe.
Come get me.
Yes, indeed.
It was mud wrestling.
And I remember the first time one of the guys used Walk as his entrance music. And I was
Great
like,
entrance.
holy shit.
That is the best.
It is.
I remember exactly where I was when I heard Pantera for the first time.
And lyrically, what's better than that for an entrance song? Walk.
Respect. Yeah, walk out there.
Especially if you're a heel.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so over the course of his career, he won major accolades. Best Metal Guitarist multiple times with the Guitar World magazine. 4-time Grammy-nominated artists. Pantera, Best Metal Performance, 1995, 97, 98. That's quite a run. And
Do
then
the Grammys care anymore about metal?
I don't
It
know
doesn't
if
really
they
exist in a new sense, does it?
Yeah,
I
did
feel like
they
it's-
ever.
I feel like it's the Oscars with comedy. Like they definitely just
Right, or
push it.
horror.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Push it to the side.
Yes, and if a horror movie is nominated, it's a thriller or some complex drama. It's like, no, everyone just gets beheaded.
Yeah, like Silence of the Lambs.
I think Get Out as well. They're like, no, it's a statement about society. It's like, yeah, that's what horror does.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, so they lost to Soundgarden,
Okay.
Spoon Man.
Spoon Man. What are the bands here for this Grammy? This brings me back.
Yeah, so let's see. Pantera. They were first nominated 95 with I'm Broken. They went up against Anthrax and Public Enemy, Bring the Noise, live.
Nice.
Megadeth, 99 Ways to Die.
Oh.
The Henry Rollins Band, Liar. And then lost to Soundgarden and Spoon Man.
All right. Soundgarden. Spoon Man's a great song.
Yep.
It was some stiff competition.
It is indeed.
1997, Rage Against the Machine won with Tire Me.
Okay.
Nominees were Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie, Hands of Death, Burn Baby Burn. I thought it said Bum Baby Bum. Bum Baby Bum, baby bum bum.
Alice Cooper making a little comeback there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Rastafarian Alice Cooper. I like that.
Korn, Shoots and Ladders.
Ah, yes.
Pantera was nominated with Suicide Note Part 2.
Oh.
And then White Zombie, I'm Your Boogeyman.
How do you have Suicide Note Part 2? I guess you didn't really do it.
Yeah.
You didn't finish the job. You're like, I was gonna commit suicide, but this note sucks. I can't go out like this with all the punctuation errors.
Yeah. Just wait till you get to part 3.
Get on with it.
And part 4 is like, come. All right, can you just do it already?
Yeah.
Yes, part 5 is just, I'm a Christian now.
It's a sin. 1998, Tool won with Enema.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tool's fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of the most classic songs of all time.
But would you put it in metal?
Yeah, Tool's metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they defy a category.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, well, then I guess they shouldn't be nominated.
Yeah, take them out of there.
Yeah.
The nominees that year in 98 were Corrosion of Conformity with Drowning in a Daydream.
I can't even.
I don't know that band.
Yeah.
Korn with No Place to Hide.
Oh, that was the name of the song. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Korn, yeah.
But Corrosion of Conformity, I don't remember at all.
No.
Yeah.
Megadeth with Trust.
Okay, so Megadeth was quite prominent.
Yep.
Still.
Pantera with Cemetery Gates.
Fantastic. That's what we just heard. No, we didn't just hear that.
No.
But that was on that album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, is that was that a Smiths cover?
I don't know.
Or is that just
I'm not a music man.
I don't remember the song Cemetery Gates right now, but I know the Smiths have a song called that.
It's a power ballad
Yeah, I'd be
by
surprised.
Pantera.
Yeah.
Okay, I forget it.
I would be surprised if they covered the Smiths.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
quite
be
the
awesome.
mashup. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
2001, Deftones win Best Metal Performance with Elite
That makes sense.
against Iron Maiden, The Wicker Man,
Oh, yeah.
Marilyn Manson, Astonishing Panorama of End Times.
Panamama.
Panamama, baby.
So that was in his era where he had like a vagina and painted white skin.
Yeah.
Remember that creepy, like the
Oh,
dope
yeah.
show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson, who Alejandro got a picture with.
I did.
Really?
Sort of.
The day before my baby was born, we were at. Well, shit, did we say?
Kyle.
I won't give away the location.
I said Burbank one time on air, and Kyle's like, "Don't say the location."
Yeah, don't give away his location.
Well, there you go. So you met him, huh?
No.
Got a picture with him. You took a picture of him.
Yes.
Kyle did, and I happened to be in the same
It's in the
frame.
frame.
Fantastic. Nice, good stalkering.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Good stalker activity.
But
Yes.
if you're gonna stalk someone, I think Marilyn Manson, it's okay.
If you'd like to.
Sure. Pantera with Revolution Is My Name, and Slipknot with Wait and Bleed, which would have been my personal favorite.
Slipknot.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Wow, are they still around?
They are.
And they're still dressed up?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, they're around. They're doing their thing. Mm-hmm. But all was not well with Pantera, you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
It's not all rainbows and sunshine.
No, it's definitely not rainbows and sunshine with Pantera. But
Almost never. They had an incredible run, like we said, many accolades and recognition. Phil Anselmo, which we haven't really talked about, he's the lead singer, and he was in there with Vinnie Paul and Darrell. And they didn't always get along.
right.
And the blood got really bad.
Yeah, Phil had an ego on him, man.
Yeah. And he went out to the press and was like talking shit. It was like,
I hated that.
what's her name from SNL? That
Janine Garofalo.
Terry Terry.
Yes, Janine Garofalo, but Jane Curtin? No. The one that like went out and talked shit and told everybody that they were scumbags for letting someone host.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. Nora Dunn refused to appear with Andrew Dice Clay.
That's what it
when
was.
he hosted in 1990.
Yeah, and they were just like, what the fuck? Like, why are you talking shit about us, making us look bad?
Phil also kind of catered a little bit to the white supremacists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a little bit like, a lot of metal, a lot of punk. There can be that element. And then the good bands are like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And Pantera, Phil, he kind of supported or wanted them to be part of the fan group.
Wow.
He
this is
looks the
crazy.
part.
Well,
now
that's
that
kind of the thing.
Yeah.
And that was my only turnoff to that band. It got caught up in the white power movement, the fan base did, because it's aggressive, aggro, angry white dude music.
Yeah.
So it kind of fits.
I hate that
Sadly.
shit.
I know. I hate when the wrong group takes over the fan base.
Right.
And it
Yeah.
becomes associated
Well,
with that.
Phil, again, he catered to it.
That's disgusting. From The Guardian here, it says, Pantera show is canceled after frontman's Nazi salute prompts fan backlash.
Oh,
Yeah, he was doing this for quite a while, and again, the Abbott brothers, you never really heard from them too much,
right?
Even though they founded the band.
Yeah, he screamed white power and did a Nazi salute, and German and Austrian venues refused to host the band.
Right. There's not a lot of confusing what he was trying to say.
No,
yeah, that's not even like
that's not hiding it at all.
No, he wasn't advertising bleach.
So he's just a piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phil is notorious, and I'm sure we'll get into sort of some of the back mouthing and the backbiting that he did with the Abbott brothers, specifically Dimebag. I think it directly led to Dimebag's murder.
Whoa.
The fans were pissed when Pantera broke up. They took it way too seriously.
Right.
And Phil blamed Dimebag.
Wow.
Yeah.
In no way to criticize Dimebag, but Kyle, you showed me a clip where he sort of jokingly called fans the N-word.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in metal?
I don't know. Don't look at me. I don't know.
Ben,
I like old country
please.
I don't know. I will say this: musicians have a horrible sense of humor.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, he was just like, some guy was just like, oh, I want to play for you. He's like, all right, let's see if the N-word can play.
Right.
All right.
And it was a white guy, though, that he was talking to.
Yeah.
I'm just putting two and two together
There
here.
you
If
go.
you got Phil as this white supremacist,
Yeah.
and then you have kind of jokes like that, it's kind of a recipe for scumbags to take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Hey, absolutely.
Absolutely. Rex Brown was the Pantera bassist at the time, and we haven't really talked about him. Fourth member, he was the one that he was like Switzerland. He was seeing Phil and then the Abbott brothers clashing in the media.
Right.
And he was just like, I am staying the hell out of this.
There's no winning in that, dude.
No.
There's no winning. And the media thrives on it, and it just hurts the fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said there's a bunch of stuff that went back and forth between Vinnie Paul and Philip in the press, and I wasn't very thrilled with it.
Also, when you call him Philip, that really changes it, doesn't it?
Well, that
He
takes
almost sounds more of a white supremacist.
I don't know.
I think it takes the bite out of him.
It does. Yeah, Philip Anselmo.
Philip.
Okay, Philip.
All right.
Did you wash your hands before dinner, Philip?
Go get your red stapler and get back to the office.
Dare I say, just get rid of Phil.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how the singing in Pantera, like, who cares?
Well, they say the most difficult thing in a band is to find a good lead singer. And
Yeah.
he was a good lead singer. So I don't know.
Serviceable, but not that memorable, really.
I just thought the music, and again, that's why the band that they formed afterwards also did well.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, I thought it was, at the time, I didn't feel that it was necessary. We could have taken care of those problems in private like we always have.
Mm-hmm.
He said Philip had a million ideas of different things he wanted to do. At that point, we needed to take a serious break, and we had just been going for 12 years straight. That's a long time for a group of people to be together, constantly working.
Yeah, it is. That takes a toll for sure.
Yeah. He said we needed to take a break, refocus. What are we going to do with the next phase of our career? It wasn't about me and Philip going off to do Ozfest with the side project or anything like that. Philip and Rex were in a side project called Down.
Mm-hmm.
He said we wrote that album in '98. So for me, I was caught in the middle of all that, and I didn't like the way it went down. And it wasn't the fact that Philip wasn't taking calls. He wasn't taking calls from anybody. It was a rough time, man. It really was.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Of course, a million people are going to disagree with me saying he's one of the greatest metal singers of all time. But, hey.
What, Phil?
Yeah.
That he's one of the greatest?
That's what some people
Look
say.
at the accolades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, he got a lot of that stage persona from the Misfits and Henry Rollins.
Right.
I'm not sure.
I could definitely see the Henry Rollins for sure.
Yeah, that macho kind of look.
But again, taking it kind of to the dark side there.
Maybe that was his thing then. Maybe that was the innovation.
I suppose.
Adding white power to it.
I guess. I don't know if it's going to help expand the band, but...
Yeah, he was saying he felt so goddamn bad for Vince Paul because during the writing of their last record, their mother passed away. But this is all like after the fact.
Right.
Because while it was happening, he's like, fuck these guys.
Right, exactly.
Well, yeah, now if you Google him, he has nothing but great words to say about the Abbott brothers.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so it was just bad blood. And the Abbott brothers just said, fuck it, we're going to go do our own thing. So they created Damage Plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, Damage Plan had its own success.
Yeah, it was doing great.
Which I believe, because I know Damage Plan. I don't know Down. I don't know if Down was like a big project for them.
No, I don't know about Down. Damage Plan, again, because it was about the music.
Right.
And the Abbott brothers are just total musical geniuses.
Right. Yeah, Down says it's his main recording and touring band since 2006.
It's still the band that he's in now?
I guess so.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them. I haven't heard about them. Yeah. They don't exist if I don't know about them.
They released 4 studio albums, 1 live album, and has gone on hiatus twice.
All right.
Okay, well, it's on hiatus in my head all the time.
That's more than I needed to know, to be honest. I don't care.
In fact, I'm mad that I know so much now.
I don't want to know any. I forgot something I wanted to know because of a band called Down.
I'm feeling
Horrible
down.
Band name also.
It is.
Yes.
It's a good song name, but not a good band name.
You guys gonna go see Down later?
We're going down.
Damage Plan, that works.
That really does. Damage Plan.
I mean, Pantera is perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Damage Plan was formed with Bob Zilla, Vinnie Paul, Patrick Lockman, and Dimebag Darrell. 2003, drummer Vinnie Paul and guitarist Dimebag Darrell. We're going through it with Pantera, obviously. They really did not get along with Phil Anselmo. They said he's hit and miss depending on what chemicals he was on.
Oof.
So that's a little jab.
Yeah.
Chemicals.
If he was on cocaine, probably a little bit more hyped up, probably a little better. We don't know.
I don't know about better. I think that's what led to all his racist activity.
I hate to say this, but I kind of want to see Phil on heroin. I feel like that would calm him down a little bit. Be easier to handle.
They moved on and began writing material just themselves, and that's what became Damage Plan.
I have a question, though.
Yes.
Damage Plan. Great name. Good band.
Yeah.
Good music, right?
It was good.
So why are the fans so pissed that Pantera broke up if they have Damage Plan?
Well,
that's like
fans are very emotional.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of the same thing, but still you get your...
Phil was pumping them all full of bullshit, and then they were listening. All it takes is one. Trust me. All it takes is one crazy person. And it can get real messy.
Yeah. And like you said, it's emotional music. People listen to it for all sorts of different reasons, but one that it's just a full-on release and just,
Yeah, and you got that parasocial relationship where like, this song is about when my dad hit me. It's like, they don't know your dad, dude. They don't know. No, this song is probably about pizza. Shut up. Nothing is about you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the power of good art.
True.
Right. So they debuted with their first album, Newfound Power.
Oh.
So that's,
Well, that's a good kind of power, I think.
It's the newfound one. That's what you want to find every now and again.
Or another way to put it, Neo Power.
Yeah. Blabbermouth.net and Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal both gave it 7 out of 10.
All right.
AllMusic and Blender gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know if that's very good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. I mean, they're right there. It's Pantera without the lead singer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it would be. It's never going to be quite as good.
Yeah. Christine Klunk of Pop Matters said, I'm not in the least bit interested in where this band goes or what new and exciting ways they'll think of to abuse the listeners.
I mean, just turn it off. I don't understand. Abuse the listeners.
Yeah, what is
You're
that?
Listening to it. You put the CD in your Discman.
Yeah, that reviewer,
I hate
the
reviewers.
name fits.
I'm
Klunk.
a critic.
That's crazy.
Because it stunk.
Exactly. It stunk.
Johnny Loftus from AllMusic said...
Tell me he gave it a good review.
He said it's blazing a new beginning and that Lockman is emerging as a strong frontman.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Who needs Phil?
Yeah. And they said the band has too much solid material to be dragged down by a few weak songs.
There you go.
So, I mean, there's only 15 songs on this album, and he said a few of them are weak.
Only 15?
Yeah, and also every
Yeah.
album has
That's a
couple of weeks.
long album to me.
Yeah. Also, but this is why Phil was getting pissed.
Yeah.
They're moving on.
Right.
Something better.
Yeah, because he was probably like, you can't continue without me.
Not the Anselmo.
And they're like, watch
The
us.
evil Elmo who loves the white power. The Anselmo.
White Power Almo.
That might already exist, actually.
Hello, Hitler!
Elmo. Come on now, Elmy.
Elmo said, Das Führer!
Yeah, right, Elmo.
So, yeah, they are going strong all the way through 2003. They're touring in 2004. And during this time, there's a fucking weirdo living in Ohio. This man, Nathan Gale.
Weirdos coming out of Ohio?
What say you?
Really can't believe it.
Shocking.
Nathan Bray Gale was born on September 11th, 1979 in Marysville, Ohio. September 11th, nothing good happens.
No, not really.
He had a history of mental health problems, including a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. And he had been experiencing delusions and hallucinations. But that did not stop him from serving in the U.S. Marine Corps.
See? What is your excuse for not serving this fine country?
Yeah.
Well, I thank him for his service.
Thank him for his service in Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, exactly. It is Memorial Day weekend. This is crazy. His service was actually cut short because although he did fool them to be able to get into the military, once he was there, he was like, "Blah!"
Right.
And they were like, all right, you got to go. So they kicked him out, discharged in 2003 for medical reasons. But they didn't say specifically whether or not it was his mental health. But I believe that that's the case.
So he was not dishonorably discharged. He was discharged,
Yeah.
I guess, for medical reasons.
Yes.
As you just said.
He was a huge fan of Pantera, but his relationship with the band's music went real dark.
Yeah.
He believed the band had stolen lyrics from him.
Oh, God.
So he thought he created all these songs, and he's like, these fucking guys took my music and got famous. They somehow got a hold of his notebook in Marysville, Ohio.
Right, right.
How old a guy is he?
He was born in 79, and this was 2004.
Okay, so when he was 10 years old, he wrote all these songs that Pantera stole.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, he was not in the right headspace.
No.
So he was just getting angrier and angrier and angrier.
Right. Sounds like he was a little far beyond driven.
Yeah.
But he was a fan still.
No, he's not a fan. This is the problem. It becomes a perversion of fandom.
Yes.
It's a perversion of what fans are, which is supposed to be like, I like your music. Thanks for making it.
Yeah.
Right.
To, I wrote all your music. Can I have my money now?
Well, yeah.
From me.
I guess what I'm wondering is, did he put it on and listen to it and rock out? Like, was he a fan and he thought it stole from him? Or was he just, he hated them and didn't even listen to the music?
He was a huge fan of them, and he was pissed that they broke up, and he started having all these delusions like, oh, they fucking stole my music anyway.
And that was after they broke up.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was just stewing in his room and just getting paranoid about them being the ones that stole his music, and he was just getting so fucking mad that they got away with it.
He's in Ohio. Go to Cleveland. Go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Look at all the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see Hendrix's guitar,
Wow.
Elton John's jumpsuit.
Cool. It's like being in a closet, a really big closet.
That's what Elton John was in for the 80s.
I know, poor guy.
Yeah, so he was just showing increasingly erratic behavior at home. His family was like, what the hell's going on with this kid?
Because he's probably complaining to all of them about how they stole his music.
Yes. So after he was kicked out of the military, it was said that he wasn't allowed to own guns. And
good idea.
For whatever reason, his mother went and bought him a gun.
Like, you know what? These moms that give their psychopath kids weapons, like Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Right.
She taught him how to shoot. She took him to the shooting range.
It was most recent, I think Crumbly was his last name. Both of those parents just got convicted because they bought the gun as well. Just get your kid, I don't know.
Stop buying guns for your children.
Yeah, the least you can do is not buy them an arsenal.
Right.
Yeah. Even buying a gun for your father, that didn't work out for Marvin Gaye. Like, parent-child relationships, keep the weapons out of it.
Right.
Buy your own damn gun.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason why guns aren't usually on registries.
Yeah.
Don't gift them.
It's an idea. I'm sure they are, by the way.
Yeah, that's true in
I'm
Texas.
sure they are. Everywhere.
Yeah. So December 8th, 2004, Damage Plan had a concert at the Al Rosa Villa nightclub in Columbus, Ohio. Everybody's there, ready to rock. The openers went up, crushed it, and then right into the first song with Damage Plan, this man comes out of nowhere with the gun that his mother bought for him and started shooting.
So it was a pistol?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how he got there, but he comes from behind the stage, so they had no chance to see him coming whatsoever.
Ugh.
He looks like he has a security jacket on and just goes directly to Dimebag and starts shooting.
And he's a big dude.
Huge.
So sad.
Yeah. He instantly killed Dimebag Darrell and 3 others. The victims were Jeffrey Thompson, the band's head of security, Aaron Hawk, a club employee, and Nathan Bray, which is a fan trying to help.
Oh, my goodness. You
Yeah.
got one of everybody.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And another Nathan.
Oh, yeah.
Great point. Great point.
Yeah.
Do you think he targeted him?
I don't
because
think he knew
okay.
his name.
Yeah, I would assume not.
Are there any Nathans here?
Bang.
That's horrible.
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So he ends up grabbing someone and dragging them and holding them hostage and was going to try to negotiate his own release.
Stupid.
But Officer James Niggemeyer, that is his name.
Okay.
You'll hear
We might have
Move
to
on with it.
we might have to bleep that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
The name, apparently.
Responded with a prompt shotgun shot directly to Nathan Gale's face.
Oh, my God. I can't even imagine just being at the concert, just trying to have a nice time. All of a sudden, all that shit happens. I would be so traumatizing.
It's terrifying. We have some videos here.
The woman that shot this home video was literally 20 feet away when the first gunshot was fired. Tonight we're going to take you inside the nightclub. You're going to see band members and fans running and ducking for cover. Now listen closely. The first thing that you're going to hear is gunfire. Oh my God! Oh my God!
There were shots and shots and shots, and Darrell went down.
Jerry Wessler was in the audience with his girlfriend who shot this video. Wessler jumped on stage after he realized this was real gunfire and not part of the act.
I was the only one that touched that stage that didn't die.
This is video of Damage Plan's bouncer. He was shot and killed moments after he pulled Dimebag Darrell off the stage.
There was just nothing but crying, a lot of people screaming, just out of control grief.
Wow.
Yeah, here's the shooting report.
Last December, heavy metal band Damage Plan took the stage at the El Rosa Villa. During their first set, more than 200 anxious fans packed the concert hall to hear the group and one of the country's most known guitarists, Dimebag Darrell Abbott, play. But just a few minutes into their first song, trouble broke out. You can see shooter Nathan Gale in a black jacket and baseball cap charging on a stage and pulling out a gun. He was headed straight for Dimebag Darrell, the band's lead guitarist. The crowd, shocked, unbelievably didn't move. Someone on stage cried for help.
Call 911, somebody!
While Dimebag Darrell lays on stage with band members, even fans trying to resuscitate him, there's chaos. Police say minutes after Gale shot Dimebag, he takes a hostage and reloads his gun behind a speaker. In a matter of 5 minutes, Gale fired 15 shots before Officer James Niggemeyer took him down with one single shot. A single shot that saved lives. Moments later, Officer Niggemeyer steps in front of the camera, shotgun in hand, a blank look on his face.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a weird comment to say at the end. Like, you had to do it.
Well, I'm
He
sure
had to do it. I mean, no one wants to kill somebody.
he just blew his head off.
I
with
know,
a shotgun.
but it sounded casual, though. Like, oh, you had to do it. Like, yeah, we know.
Poor guy. You got to give him some sort of. I mean, even if he
The
knew he had to
officer?
kill him, yes,
Of course. He's the
Yeah.
hero.
yeah, but he needs to hear that you had to do it because nobody ever wants to blow someone's fucking head off.
No.
Well, you know, when someone murders multiple people and they have a hostage,
Yeah,
I think it goes without saying that you have to kill that
I
person.
mean, he had good aim. If he had a hostage and buckshot with the shotgun.
yeah.
Well, in fact, there's a video here we have where the officer talks about it.
Yes.
The moment that it happened. So he gets the call to go in there, and there's no other officers on the scene yet. So he knows there's an active shooter situation in the club, and he decides to enter without backup. So it's just him.
Wow.
Guy's a
So-
badass.
Yeah, really, really brave.
Yeah. Puts that dude that stood outside the school to shame. I forget what
The
school
Uvalde?
that was. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
where
Yeah.
The worst.
So sad.
letting kids get killed.
That was the worst.
Yeah, here's an interview with Officer James.
Niggemeyer risks going in alone and doesn't wait for backup. I took my shotgun off the rack. I wanted to have a little more weaponry with me than my handgun. As soon as I got to the back of the club, everyone was pointing in the same direction. And they were all yelling, "He's there, he's still shooting, you've got to stop this, you've got to help, get in there, please."
Oh my God.
The killer has taken a hostage.
Don't do it, man!
Things turn more deadly when the gunman fires wildly into the crowd.
It's definitely the most scared I've ever been. The adrenaline was off the charts.
Incredibly, the armed madman still hasn't spotted Niggemeier.
He was considerably larger than the hostage, and he was holding the hostage in a headlock, and the top of the hostage's head came up to about his chin. I remember a bunch of people yelling, "Shoot him, shoot him!" And I just raised up my gun and shot.
Backup officers arrive and swarm the stage.
I heard one of them say, "He's down, you got him, he's down." And at that point, I knew that it was over.
Whew. Wow.
Yeah.
That is a story of heroism.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
The amount of pressure on him, too.
Yep.
With not only the direct threat of this madman, but also everyone saying, shoot him, like in his head, like he's like, I have got to do this and it has to work.
Right. And it was good that he was so much taller than the person in front of him, right? That he was holding, because I would assume that would have hurt them as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, because he said that he was holding him in a headlock, the hostage.
Yeah.
And so it's a certain height. So he was like, okay, I cannot shoot low.
Right.
So in his head, he's like, shoot it sort of higher. And luckily, this madman was this big guy, so that he was somewhat of a
rarity,
big target.
By the way. A rarity. The big are good. The big are usually good.
True.
Yeah. Oof, my God.
All right.
Yeah, so he was taken out. But unfortunately, like we said, there was 4 people killed that day.
Yeah.
And just absolutely brutal.
Yep.
It's so scary, just like how many places we go that don't have metal detectors and all that. We're just trusting that someone's not going to show up.
That's the saddest part of all of it. I also hate having metal detectors everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just, it leads to this police state, and I've been talking about it for years, the arms race in suburbs all over this country. People got more and more and more guns because their neighbor got more and more and more guns, and they want to be the good guy with the gun. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a heavily armed society, and we wonder why the cops are militarized.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horrible double-edged sword.
But the club could have done more.
Well, it's 2004. I mean, it just happens.
Yeah,
this guy is just a fucking maniac.
Well, that's what some of the survivors said, that it was just ridiculous how little was done to screen anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it would seem like a relatively, 200 standing room? Pretty small club, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like a big theater gig.
Yeah, and then you get like, with that type of music, you get people bringing in like brass knuckles and shit. And
true.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's just, you always want answers at the end, but this person's just very ill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's not a lot you can do when there's a psychopath that is so determined to take lives and cause harm. Like, it's like No Country for Old Men, the theme behind that, where you cannot win sometimes against pure evil.
Or Happy Billy Madison with Steve Buscemi. His character was about to kill Billy.
Oh, yes.
But then Billy called and apologized. And he saved Billy. You just never know who's plotting out there. So anyway.
Puts on his lipstick and relaxes.
If you're having any anxiety out there, you never know who's plotting. I'm looking at my dog right now, just trying to chill out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, maybe Phil and Salmo should have called the guy and said, hey, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I don't.
We broke up.
Yeah, there was a lot of safety measures that clubs took after this, because they don't obviously want this happening. They want their customers to feel safe and their bands to feel safe. So there was a lot of...
I also just wonder why he targeted Dimebag. I think, again, it's because Phil was calling Dimebag out by name, and it was all this public spat, because he didn't go after anybody else in the band.
Right. So you think that he was and Salmo had
I do believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, because again, it was, as the member of the band, the fourth member said, I mean, the bad blood was, I remember reading about it in like Hit Parader and all those metal magazines, and this is like still the sort of infancy of a bit of the internet. But it was also on forums and all those kinds of things.
Something to talk about.
Exactly.
Something to bitch about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dimebag's ex does blame Phil Anselmo too.
Yeah, Phil did not do anything to stop it. All he did was, he's just horrible. He's just, I don't know.
Knowing that he had unhinged fans too.
It's just the parasocial word. You just have to be very, very careful.
You do.
But it's impossible to be totally careful, but.
Yeah. And the kid was only Nathan Gale. He was 25 years old. That's like...
Well, he's not a kid.
Well, I don't know. Like anything under 25 or under seems like a kid to me now.
As the new father.
Yeah.
Yes. This child.
Take it from him.
Yeah.
So you have empathy for him?
No, it's just crazy that someone can feel so...
comfortable being a psychopath?
So strongly about committing murder that early in life.
Definitely mentally ill.
Yeah.
I mean...
Definitely mentally ill.
Yeah.
It's another level.
Yeah.
And there's some comparisons to the Station nightclub tragedy with Great White. They were both in the middle of their first song.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too with like them being known for like fucking with each other and doing like Roman candle fights and stuff like that people were probably like, oh, this is like a joke.
Yeah.
Also, you couldn't really hear it.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Right? Because the gunshots weren't as loud as the music.
Just
That's
chaos.
true, yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's part of a sad group of very awesome musicians that were murdered by fans.
Yeah.
John Lennon of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Lennon of basses.
Yeah, because when I first heard about this, I just remember for some reason of all the stories, this one just stopped me dead in my tracks.
Yeah,
like
it's horrible.
I had an instant chill. I was like, wait, what happened? Repeat it. Dimebag from Pantera was shot to death while performing at a club. Like it didn't compute. I'm like, that just shouldn't happen.
No.
People are out for a good time listening to music. He's enjoying playing music. He's a guitar god. And just the idea that just boom, in a second, someone just takes him out.
Yeah.
Yep, it's horrible.
Awful.
So scary.
Yeah.
So lots of people remembered him. We have an interview with one of his contemporaries, Jonathan Davis.
From Korn.
Yes.
Who was nominated with him
Exactly.
at the Grammys in the 90s.
Yes. He has a number of things to say.
We've been asking artists about Pantera. December marks the 10th anniversary since we lost Dimebag. Do you have any favorite Dime memories?
I just remember him as being such a really cool guy. He was always happy. He'd always come to our shows when we played Dallas, and he'd invite us to his clubhouse. And he'd always bitch at Monkey and Head to play guitar solos. I always remember that. And he's just a great guy. It was just so unfortunate that happened to them. But he'll always be remembered. He's one of the greatest guitar players ever. I mean, if it was no Dimebag Darrell, there would be no Korn, obviously. I mean, he basically helped invent that kind of groove, heavy kind of thing. So, I mean, he's definitely a guitar god in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. High praise.
Wow. Because at first it sounds like, oh, yeah, Dimebag was cool. It's too bad what happened. Pantera's awesome. But then he goes on to say, like, there would be no Korn without him. Like, that is, wow.
Yeah, he revolutionized music, metal music for sure.
Yeah.
If you want to get a little of Dimebag's personality at this time, there's video that emerged from him making an appearance at this guitar amp factory a month before he was murdered.
Yeah.
Right there, boom. Look at
Team Crank, Team Fuck Dimebag, Dom's on crank, just what I need. Imagine that.
Let's do it up, Log.
Yeah, it's crank amps.
Hope it sounds as good as it did last night. More shots! Shots! Shots!
Oh, God.
Bring them on. Shots!
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's going to get me half-assed back to normal.
That is so crazily ironic.
You got the Dimebag kicking it right here with Team Crank. Blowing it up.
Hello.
Phoenix style.
Whooping ass.
Is that where we're at? Where are we at?
Tempe.
Tempe. Fuck that. Do it again.
Doesn't even know where he is.
We're in Sexy City.
That's right, baby.
What up?
Woo! That is it, brother! God damn right!
So you never know. You never never know what's gonna happen every day. You just walk into this room because it's Dimebag Darrell. Last time was Jimmy Page. You never know.
Man, that would have been so cool.
Listen to that.
Wow.
And a month later, he's dead.
Yep.
And since then, Vinnie Paul has passed away.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away June 22nd, 2018 in Las Vegas. And recently, as recent as last month, Jerry Abbott, their father, passed away.
Oh, okay.
April 2nd. So
The father outlived both of the boys.
yeah.
That's brutal.
Very tragic, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, he was 81 years old. Vinnie Paul was 54.
Oh, my
Very
God.
young, and I think he was out in Vegas, living that Vegas lifestyle. And
Yeah.
yeah, that'll catch up to anyone.
Oof.
Especially with what he endured losing Dimebag.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you never get over that.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah, and Dimebag was 38.
Wow, I can't believe I'm older than these people now.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Wow. Well, yeah, you could see in that last video that was shot of him, he had all this energy.
Oh, yeah, dude. He was going to be around forever.
Mm-hmm.
He would definitely still be alive today.
Yeah, and perhaps so would Vinny.
Yep. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, that brings us to
Final thoughts.
Whoa.
whoever wants to go first.
Ben?
My final thought is don't kill all of our favorite artists, please. That's number one.
Yep.
If you think they're talking to you, they are not. So please just treat art with respect and the people that make it with a little bit of respect as well. They're just trying to entertain you and be performers. And also, I guess, live every day. Live every day. Try to be better and have fun. Have a good time. And live a bit like Dimebag. And I don't know. Just what you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So just try to have fun.
I see here that in 2016, Phil Anselmo was doing a tribute show to Dimebag, and then he ended it with a Nazi salute and screamed white power to the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't even want to fucking talk about that, dude.
That's the one
such a
that-
bullshit thing. The Abbott brothers were not about that.
No.
And that it was a tribute to Dimebag where he did that.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
He's just trash.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this guy.
Yeah.
Screw Phil.
He doesn't do anything. I mean, I think he's just bitter and a curmudgeon.
Yeah. My final thought is take care of your mental health. If you see someone in your family struggling, get them help and don't buy them a gun.
Ah, the don't.
Here.
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. I already got the gun. It's in the gift box. I got this nice little gift box.
That's great advice.
Yes.
Do they hunt? Oh, they don't? They probably don't need a gun at 25.
Right.
And then if someone starts saying that they're a big fan of this band and that the band also stole songs from them, you might want to check their pills.
Yeah.
Please, Lord.
Get their prescriptions right.
Get everything right.
Yeah. I think that you both put it perfectly. Live life to the fullest every day and also get your mental health in check.
Yeah.
Live, laugh. Live, laugh, shred.
Oh, I think I hear something.
You've got mail.
Oh.
Okay, we got a new rating here. This is actually thanks to Ben Kissel. We got a 5-star from Jenny Tab.
All right.
Who said, I decided to check out this show when I heard Ben Kissel was a guest. I'm so glad that I did, as I absolutely love the host's fun banter and intriguing subject matter.
Oh.
This show has quickly become one of my faves, and I would definitely recommend it to any true crime, conspiracy theory, spooky fans.
All right, there you go. See, I'm bringing in the numbers.
Hey.
One person. One old person.
One at a time.
That's all it takes.
Yes.
One piece at a time.
Thank you to Jenny Tab, and thank you to Ben Kissel.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I'm so excited, and thanks for getting me back into the podcasting world that I love. As all of us know, we've been all going through our own life experiences lately, so it's been great to be a guest on the show. And of course, I will continue to be a guest on the show whenever you need me.
Awesome. Yeah. And
Seat's always open.
Yeah, always open. Yep. And I just want to say it's been a pleasure to hear you back in the scene, too. Because I know that from the comments we've been getting in the feedback, people missed you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And they love to hear from you.
Yep, I miss them. And again, you can check out Ben Kissel channel debuting next week. So I can't wait to get back and entertain y'all.
Hell yeah. If you want to check us out, you can go to youtube.com/deathandentertainment. You could also throw a few shekels for our extra content on patreon.com/deathandentertainment. You can find the podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes.
And
also, I will be having a Patreon as well.
Woo!
I'm supposed to say that. I hate these things.
Yeah.
But it's
I know.
the way the world works.
Yeah.
So join Ben's Patreon.
Yeah,
Please join ours.
Yes. Exactly. And I believe that's about it. So until next week.
Don't go dying on us.
Bye-bye.
You have just heard
A true Hollywood murder mystery.
I have never seen anything like this before.
The movies, Broadway, music, television, all of it.
A place that manufactures nightmares.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.
Good night. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon.